I think what you're trying to ask is why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking. I have no choice over it. In the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people.
Peace and blessings, everyone. This is your Hood Geniuses podcast. This is Lady T, and today's topic is frustration amongst black women. This is episode 37, and we have some special guests today.
Hey, everybody. My name is Maxayn, also known as Max.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicole.
On this episode, it would just be us three ladies talking about the frustration amongst black women. We're going to give our input, our opinions on why there's so much frustration. We kind of sugarcoat it because we was going back and forth with the title, saying should it be angry or mad, but we just said frustration, so I'm going to let my guests, I'm not going to go in as I normally go in, like, Tupac of the show. I'm going to let my guests kind of sort of start off with their opinions and how they feel, or why is there so much frustration amongst the black women.
Hey, this is Max. Well, I'm going to start off. I don't have any frustration, honestly. We as black women do have a little frustration. I think only because of what we go through, what we have to deal with as single parents. I know myself as a woman, I sometimes get a little frustrated just, having to work, having to take care of kids, and I'm kind of handling handling everything on my own. So, it can be a little frustrating, but, you got to do what you got to do.
That's true. Okay. All right, Nicole. Nicole is saying 1 second why she gathered of so much frustration or just opinions on why she believes a lot of black women are frustrated. So I'm just going to give a little bit of my input because I don't want to kind of run the show over with my opinions or somewhat. I'm not going to say I'm angry. I'm not going to say I'm upset. I'm just going to say I'm disappointed. I'm not even frustrated. I'm just disappointed because growing up as a young lady, I expected for our men to be more stable, more supportive, having more structure, and just having our back as women, period. But coming up, seeing how actually we carry everything on our back. We carry so much that it's just unbelievable. And it's just disappointing because seeing how my grandmother, she laid the foundation of a black man don't work, don't eat. There are the supporters. There are a security, and I was focused on that. And I'm saying that's how it's supposed to be. But as I was growing up, I saw less and less of that, and it was just disappointing and heartbreaking because I'm like, well, damn, like being a woman, I gotta fend for myself against whatever. And that when I'm saying whatever, meaning like different races. Just everything, period. And it's just very disappointing. It just saddens me. And then to growing into adulthood, being a woman, whereas though I'm still disappointed and more aggravated because now I have children that I brought into this world that I'm still fending myself. And let me just rewind it back. I really never knew the love of a man because I never had it from my father. So I never looked for that love from a man. My mom always took me to love myself first, and I think that's why I'm strong like the way I am. I don't go around looking for the love of a man because I never really knew the love of a man. Now I've had men in my life, but I just never looked for that. I look for loyalty. I look for respect. And when I didn't get it, I stepped off, and it's a shame that when you have to jump in and out of relationships and you're labeled as a whore because you didn't find that in that one person, you get labeled, and that's not fair. Where a man could just jump all around and just sleep with the whole damn block, you know, and don't be labeled as a garden tool. But if a woman, you know, does that, you're a whore, which is not true. It's just that you just don't accept and you don't go for the bullshit. You know, and it's just not fair, you know, and that's why I say I'm disappointed. I'm not frustrated, I'm just disappointed because I expected more from our men, period. You know, and that's why I lie at it. So I'm going to pass the mic around and let, you know, some other opinions and then bring it back to me.
Well, Lady T, I was listening to what you were saying, and, you know, thinking about my mom and my stepdad, well, her husband now, he's still my stepdad nonetheless. When I was younger, he took care of the household. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say he was the best man because he used to physically abuse my mom. You know what I mean? So, but I also knew that she depended on him. You know what I'm saying? So what would she want to do? You know what I mean? So from me seeing that, and I guess that's where I gather my strength, and I'm like, I'm not letting nobody put their hands on me regardless. You know? I think when it comes to the men of this generation and the women of this generation, when you think about it, we all have baggage. You know, we've all been hurt. We all have generational things that, you know, we were raised with. So I think a lot of times it delegates how we are in relationships. Now, I will say I was fortunate at a young age to have a man come into my life and teach me what it is to be loved. Because I didn't really see that from my stepdad. Because like I said, he beat on my mom. You know what I'm saying? So he taught me what it was to be loved. And I still to this day thank him for that because he set the expectation. So I will say, because he set the expectation, I look for that. So that might be a lot of the reason why I may be single today, but I'm okay with that because I'm not settling for less. You know, and I think a lot of the frustration with black women and black men at times is that we're all searching for something, but have we taken the time to really get into ourselves, to know ourselves, to look into your background and see what it is that you really want? And then stick to that, stick to those standards and don't change that. And I think at times, and it's okay to be by yourself. And I think if we were to do that more so, it wouldn't be as much frustration because at this point, a lot of us are looking for that other person to give us whatever it is we're searching for. So we get frustrated when we don't find it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to piggyback off of that right there with you saying that. Now, I did say I never knew the love of a man because of my father. Now, my father and my mother, they were married. Once my father started doing, I'm not gonna put it out there, my mom's gonna make sure rest in peace, what he was doing to her, at 1 year old, my mom packed our shit up and rolled out. Okay. She said, the hell with this. I don't need this. And that was that. You know, so with that being said, my struggle is I love myself. I have that strength. But at some point, you will want that support. That you're not walking around here with everything on your shoulders. You're not carrying those burdens, you know, those things that you went through as a child that you're trying to forget about and still trying to have a normal life, a normal adulthood and raise children, you know, so that's my struggle. And I don't mind being single, but sometimes it does get a little lonely. You do want to go out on dates here and there or just know that, you know, somebody got your back like here, you know, sometimes. But to have a peace of mind and to know that you can go to sleep at night and ain't got to worry about no BS. Your kids are safe because there's a lot of crazy people out here. And that's another thing, too. Because if you're not, because hell, you could be with the kid's parent, the kid's father, and they be crazy, beating their ass, beating your ass. And then if you bring somebody in your household, it could be the same thing. So it really don't matter. It's just that when that time comes, just, you know that you can't carry those burdens into that relationship because it'll never work. And that's, you know, where I think a lot of frustration for black women lies at, because they don't know how to cut off those burdens, those bag of bones that, you know, that they did occur. You know what I'm saying? And just leave it there, just walk into something new. It's hard because, you know, we're human. You don't know how to do that. You know, that's hard. But, I don't know. I'm getting a little emotional here. Go, you better say something.
But you know what I think? I think it goes back again into that generational thing. Because honestly, I think my mom probably would have left my stepdad. But all she knew from my grandmom is, you know, you got to have a man around. You know what I'm saying? So that's the age that the generation that they were raised in. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand that. You know, and so you have to remember that women now of this generation, sometimes they still carry those generational burdens when, you know, their parents feel like, you know, by any means necessary, girl, you know, you in the same house, you got your kid's father, no matter if he beat your ass, no matter if he messing around on you, he in the household with you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to remember that it's a lot of moms raising their daughters to have that frame of thought.
You know what's crazy? Because I'm in the field that I work in, I'm gonna say this: if the tradition had carried on the way it was back then, it probably would have gotten a little better. But I'm gonna say it went for the worse, because a lot of women are not raising their children. They're not raising their daughters. You got some of the grandparents raising the children, or you got the streets raising the women, the young ladies, you know. So, and you got reality TV raising a lot of these young women out here. So it went for the worse, because they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to keep a clean house. All they know how to do is get hair down to their ass, beat their face, broken language, don't know how to take care of business, don't know even how to write a check. All they know is that they gotta have the weave in their head, their nails done, they popping the gum, their faces beat, they got on the Victoria's Secret smell goods, the Bath and Body Works smell goods. They not really going to school trying to educate themselves. If I have a baby by him, he'll stay. He might not stay, but I'm gonna get that child support check, or the system's gonna take care of me. So it's actually got worse. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is disappointing. It's disappointing because, like you said, back then, you know, it was taught that you have to have a man in the household. It was taught to have a man in the household that took care of the household financially, and the woman took care of the household as far as cleaning, cooking, and taking care of the children. But in today's time, it's just totally backwards. And that's where a lot of the frustration for the black women lies, because the black women is taking care of the man, they taking care of the kids, they taking care of everything, they take care of everybody, they taking care of the fucking stepmom, they taking care of her, they taking care of the sister and the aunt, the cousin. You know what I'm saying? So that's the frustration of the black woman. And it goes back to slavery time. And I know, once again, I may sound like I'm repeating myself, but I want y'all to get this in y'all head, that it's conditioned. It's conditioned in black people that we are literally fucked up. And until we erase that condition, we're going to be fucked up. Because back then, we was taking care of everybody. We had to breastfeed the white baby before we breastfed our baby. So we conditioned to take care of everybody else except for ourselves. And that's where the frustration lies at. We was taking care of everybody but ourselves. Then the black man, you supposed to have our back, but y'all getting fucked up behind the scenes. So now we done lost our warrior, because y'all getting broke down. You know what I'm saying? And then as time go on, now we out of slavery time. Now y'all idolizing this white woman, where at one point where y'all was getting killed for this white woman and putting us down. Y'all nappy hair, y'all this, y'all that. Y'all not even loving us no more when we had y'all fucking back from the beginning. So that's frustration. That's frustration for a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Of any race. You know what I'm saying? Of any color. You know, so... yeah, come on, Nicole, God bring it.
Well, I'm not as frustrated as these young ladies as you hear. But it's a lot of frustration going on out here. As they said, you know, the young girls not knowing how to be brought up and stuff like that, you know... not being brought up by their parents and stuff, you know, like Lady T said, being brought up by the streets, by TV, you know, following whatever they see and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a little frustrating. When you see kids that's like 12 and pregnant, that's real frustrating. Like, and now she gotta be a mom, and she ain't never have no mom. So how she gonna be a mom? That's the pits. That's past frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Now, she gotta find a way for her and her kids. So what she gonna do? She gonna go get on welfare. Now, the system gotta take care of her and the baby. You know, the dad, he's somewhere. He got 2 other people pregnant. Everybody do at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a bit frustrating when you know everybody gonna have their baby in October. But one gonna be on the 3rd. One gonna be on the 8th. and one gonna be on the 12th.
Nicole, really?
Right though, you're right. You absolutely right.